Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another episode of the SITREP. And I am here tonight with Eric, also known as Enewtabie on YouTube. Eric, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going, Jason?
Doing real well, buddy.
Good, good.
Well, first off, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Eric. I'm from a small town in northern North Carolina. You might can tell from the accent.
And the shirt.
I work for a I work for a textile company. It's probably the largest in the country, and I'm a manager there, and I handle several things within the company. I have a family, have a daughter and a son, and a wife, of course. And we just built a house in the last year and moved to a different part from where we used to live. It's actually closer to like civilization, so that's much better.
Which part of North Carolina are you from? I have family in High Point.
Actually from a small town called Oxford, and we moved closer to like Wake Forest, which is a much bigger. It's close to Wake Forest, Durham, Raleigh, all that. So, okay. Yeah, you can see the big city. So,
yeah, I've got family in Charlotte too. We always enjoy going down there. That's where I went to my first Transformer convention, Sharticon in 2013.
Oh, okay.
All right, sir. Well, how the SITREP works is I have 5 questions for you as a Transformer collector and then 5 questions for you as a YouTuber. So are you ready to rock and roll?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, first question. What's the appeal of Transformers for you?
I think it's the transformation and I always like the engineering. To me, it's gotten me, like, how do they do that? How do you make a robot that's a truck that turns into, it's very unique, especially with the stuff nowadays. Like back in the 80s, it was very easy. It's a couple of flips, a twist, But now, I mean, you got stuff that a tab goes in here, this is folded in here, you turn this around. I mean, you got to have a degree of mechanical engineering sometimes to figure these things out. But
and some of those masterpiece figures, you almost have to have a pair of tweezers to move something out of the way. It's like, how do you even think of that?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, that's always been, I think, the thing that got me. And it's like one of the, like I had He-Man, I had G.I. Joe, I had Rambo, if anybody remembers that. I had, all the stuff from the 80s, Jason the Wheeled Warrior, you name it. But Transformers just really kind of stood out as like the one thing that I've always liked. Now, I haven't always collected it, but, back in like when the first movies were coming out in 2007, I picked up a few figures and I was like, they just sat on the shelf. Didn't really do much with it, and then didn't really do anything else for a while. But yeah, that's kind of been the appeal to it. That's a long drawn out explanation, isn't it?
Hey man, that's fine. That's fine. I've had some doozies on here. All right, number 2. Aside from G1, which is always the right answer, what is your favorite Transformers fiction?
Ooh, fiction.
Cartoon, comic book, movie.
Well, how I first got into it was comic book. There was like a 4-series comic in like the 80s. There was like a painted cover with Optimus and I think Gears. I can't remember episode 2, but 3 was the one with Spider-Man that wrapped around.
Yeah, that was
4
3.
Was
that was my first introduction to Transformers. So that's how it started out. It was originally a 4-issue limited series.
Yeah.
Got popular, turned into an 80-issue limited series.
Yeah, I remember a lot of them because one of them was, I think number 6 was all about the Dinobots. Number 4 was like, I think Mirage is holding his shoulder in the corner or something like that.
Savage bit his arm off.
Yeah, that's it.
Very kid-friendly back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I found those at I used to have a place called Eckerd Drugstore, and that's where we would go get our comics. And my dad took me, and it was on the shelf, and I just remembered, wow, this is pretty cool. And then I remember Spider-Man, and then the toys come out, so just kind of went from there.
That's great. That's great. Love Marvel G1. That was my fiction growing up because I didn't live where I could get cable. So my stories was the comic book stories, and every now and then I'd catch a show if I visited my grandparents.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Do you have a favorite figure in your collection? A grail, This is the one toy you'll never get rid of.
Yeah, I just got it not too long ago. It's Magic Square's Optimus Prime. I went through hell to get that figure, so yeah, I will never get rid of that thing.
He's a nice looking figure. My buddy Bert the Stormtrooper did a great review of him, and I was really impressed with him. And I think Deluxe Baldwin, he does a lot of the Magic Square, the little tiny guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I collect a lot of those too. Yeah, this is a great figure. I mean, there's other companies that are making them now, like Transform Element and some other places. Zeta's doing one, but it looks great. It fits with all the other Masterpiece and third-party stuff I've got. Can't really say any complaints about it. The plastic, I mean, it's not really, die casting. It's all plastic, but it looks fantastic. But the problem is, I made a mistake of ordering that like January 13th. So coming out of China in the beginning of January, Chinese New Year, yeah.
Whoops.
So I got it like a month and a half later. And I didn't know. I've never really ordered anything from China like that. But, and then I was going through the internet, and people were like, "Oh, that's the worst time to ever order anything." It's like, well, shit, I didn't know.
Last time I ordered something from China, I got it in hand in 5 days. It blew my mind.
I've seen them doing like a week, and that's amazing. But I was emailing the company, and it was like, well, it was sitting at the airport on January 20th. And I was like, well, it's February 14th. Just give it a couple more weeks. I'm like, good God.
Yeah, it's easy for them to say when, it's not their money you just spent to get this thing.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. What figure is your white whale, your most wanted toy?
Ooh, I would like to have a nice G1 Shockwave. That I don't care about the box and all that, but just a good quality looking one, or either a Soundwave with the tapes that looks in decent shape. I never had a Soundwave or Shockwave as a kid. Those are the ones I always wanted.
I was so upset. I have a Shockwave that I rebuilt. I mean, he's got the good hose on him. I did the rewiring. He worked perfectly. I set him on my shelf. And this was a couple years ago. I pulled him down to do a review on him the other day. His electronics don't work anymore. I'm like, he still looks good, so I still got a Shockwave. All right, last question regarding the Transformers. What's your favorite Transformer character? Any fiction, any media?
Had to be Mirage. He's a spy. He was, always sneaking up on people. He could turn invisible. I think there was something questionable about his motives sometimes. I think from what I've read in some comics, I always liked that character. I don't think they ever delved into it in the cartoon enough. I remember one episode like he pretended he had the Decepticon badge or something. I can't remember what the deal was at.
I know the episode you're talking about, and I can't.
Decepticon shot him with a shrapnel in the chest or something like that, and he appeared from being invisible. I don't remember much else.
I think it was something about Bombshell, or maybe he was faking that Bombshell got him with a Cerebro shell.
Yeah,
I remember seeing something about it when I was researching my Bombshell video. Now,
that sounds right.
I'm really thinking, I don't think he did much in the comics other than that last episode, I always call comics episodes, last issue where he fought Ravage and Ravage bit his arm off. Yeah. They always played on the fact he was the most homesick of the Autobots, which carried over into the television show. That's why he snuck aboard the Decepticon ship when it was leaving, and he was able to cause it to crash.
That was also my first Transformer, so I've always just kind of liked that character. I had the toy as a kid, and I just always liked him.
That's one of the ones you don't hear of. I've done I think you're going to be my 14th episode, and it's always either Optimus or Megatron or one of the biggies. I've never heard one like Mirage, so good deal.
Yep.
All right, here we go. These are the YouTuber questions.
Gotcha.
Number 6 is, what possessed you, a grown-ass man, to do toy reviews on YouTube?
So one night I was just surfing through YouTube, and I came across this guy that was doing toy hunts named Josh Pence. And they're in this group called the Syndicate or whatever. And he was going to different places in Ohio, and there's toy stores everywhere there. There's nothing here except maybe one. But it seemed so interesting. He made it seem so much fun to get these toys and get these figures. And I watched it. I probably watched 50 of those videos over like a weekend. And I just got the bug. And it's like, damn, I like Transformers. And I went to this store in Raleigh, and next thing I know, I bought 2 or 3. Then I ordered some more. Then I bought a Predaking. Then I was buying figures left or right. And then it was just snowballing from there. Next thing I know, I had like 50 or 60 figures. And I just jumped in it kind of a little bit too quickly. I didn't do enough research. I was just, oh, there's Transformer. There's Transformer. There's Transformer. I was just buying stuff instead of like, hey, I should maybe do a little bit more research into it. But I was just hooked, and it's been that way ever since. Got a little bit better.
It's kind of hard when you jump right in. Of course, when you're doing these YouTube videos, you always learn from your previous video. It's so funny to go back and see some of my first ones. Like I had this camera angle that shot upwards because I didn't have a tripod. I think I mounted it on my belt clip somehow. And then you work with your lighting and different styles. And I think it took me a year, but I think I finally found my niche. All right. Now, I know you're fairly new, but what keeps inspiring you to get in front of the camera?
One, probably that I watch a lot of other YouTubers, and that's kind of motivational on its own. I watch your stuff. I watch Deluxe. I watch T-Man. I watch Nate Simmons. I watch, you name it. I watch Ben Collectibles. If there's a guy doing Transformers and doing reviews, unboxing, I'm watching it. That motivates me to do it. Also, like some of the stuff they're releasing is really, I mean, third party alone is great. Just they're releasing something every month, multiple times. Hasbro is doing a fantastic job with Siege. I really don't think I've seen a bad figure out of everyone I bought, and I bought every single one of them except for like 1 or 2 of the new deluxes that have come out. Yeah, I think that's what keeps me going. It's just it's really become a lot of fun.
It gives you a new way to appreciate your figures.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 8. There are thousands of toy reviewers on YouTube. What makes you different from the rest?
Well, that's a loaded question. I'm not sure I'm so necessarily different than everybody. I just try to be plain and simple. I don't try to do too much fancy graphics or whatever. I'm getting better. I don't know enough about it to do it right now. So I'm trying to get my intros a little bit better, trying to do the famous thumbnail so that everybody does a good thumbnail. I'm like, well, I got this one font I like, so I'm going to go with that for right now. I do record in 4K. I have increased my lighting. I'm trying to explain stuff and show it better. When I was first doing it, yeah, that looked like garbage. And I mean, it looked freaking terrible. And I admit it, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But, you know, it was one of those things, well, I want to learn how to do it all. So I'm getting better and better, and we'll continue to get better and better as I learn how to do more things. But differentiating myself from other people is, I don't say I'm that different. I'm just giving you a common sense approach to a figure. You have it, you don't have it, hey, watch this video. I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll show you what I like about it. If you want to buy it, great. If you don't, don't.
There you go. So what was your first figure you reviewed?
Oh, God.
Well, to start off, how long you been doing this?
July.
Okay.
July 2018. A Predaking, I think, was the first one. Pretty sure that's it.
Damn. Picked a small one to start with, didn't you?
Well, yeah. I did the figures, then I did the robot. I did the robot, then I did the animal, conversions, and I did it all at one. And it's a sucky video, but got to start somewhere.
My biggest problem with the big guys is I don't have that much of a viewing space.
Yeah, I learned that.
I have to rig up something right here on my desk. All right, this is question number 9. What's your thoughts on the Transformers social community, i.e. YouTube, Facebook, anything like that? And do you have any special shout-outs?
When you say shout-outs, like my stuff or...
No, anybody that you have a I mean, if you're on the community, somebody that you appreciate, you just want
to... Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry, I'm new to the whole thing. the community so far, I told Matthew this. I really had no issues with it. YouTube has been great so far. To a few people that comment on my videos. So I mean, I get a few comments here and there, but they've been good. Facebook tends to be a little different. I see some of the forums, or are they forums? I don't know, whatever you call them.
Posts.
That groups or whatever. I'm in like several different ones, and a lot of them are good, but then you see the stuff where like guy post a picture of his box or something. He said, well, you know, and maybe he's asking for it. I don't know. He just says, "What's in the box?" And the guy says, "Your mom" or something. I mean,
that's been going around. It took me a while to get used to that. It's a thing. It's just a game. The collectors like said, "Hey, I just got something today. What's in this?" And yeah, your mama jokes. They're all over the place. You have to deal with it. Pull up your big boy panties and roll on.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me either way. I'm one of those people that I'm hard to offend. So I don't get offended easily. So
I knew we'd get along well.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Somebody could go on my video and say, "That's the suckiest shit I ever seen." So okay, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Say thanks. What can I do to improve it?
Yeah,
I take the criticism. Like you were talking about thumbnails. I got into a conversation with some other YouTubers regarding thumbnails, and when I first started, my figurehead, if you will, is my MP01 Prime with the American flag.
Right.
And when I was making thumbnails, I always made that like the big front and center image. And I did that for almost a year. And I forget who it was told me, he said, listen, when somebody's looking for your YouTube videos, they're not wanting to watch, they're not looking for your image. They're looking for the figure. So I tweaked my thumbnails around. Now I'm very consistent where I'll have a picture of the robot mode on the right side and the vehicle mode on the left. Of course, I still do my American flag background. And that's kind of helped, I think, with my views a little bit. People are more apt to click on that than the same link they see with this giant Optimus Prime with the flag.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. See, like I normally just do like a picture of the box with the figure and then just the name of the, like the line and then the name of the figure. But that's interesting. I may have to take that advice right there and change mine.
That's what we do, man. We help each other out. And now we both just lost it.
Oh, fantastic.
These off the cuff ones. Would you have any special shout outs? Any reviewers you want to holla at?
Oh yeah, well you're one. I watch a lot of your stuff. Like the other night, I might have told you this. I watched every single MicroMaster video that you had, MicroMaster month.
Oh my God!
I think was it 28 or 29 videos or something like that. I forget how many it was, but
I don't know what the hell I was thinking. It was last May, and I was just trying to come up with some kind of gimmick to do, and I thought the month of May starts with M. Let's do MicroMasters month. I forgot how many I had, and I think I did like 28 videos in 28 days. Some I knocked out one or two on the same day. Then I had a couple regular reviews, a couple unboxings. It was nuts. And then during that review, I actually realized, hey, I don't have this one. I went hunting for him, found another one. So, yeah, I won't be doing anything like that again. I might do a jump starter month or something. But
it was great. I mean, it kind of got me hooked where I've been looking through eBay for MicroMaster lots.
Oh, they're addictive. I didn't think I'd like them as much as I did.
Yeah, I like the bases. I don't know what it is. It's something about those little bases. It reminds me. I'll tell you what it reminds me. As a kid, I had Hot Wheels had like little garages and stuff like that. You could put the cars with. I think that's maybe what it is. It kind of reminds me of that.
It came out the same time the Micro Machines were popular, so all the toy lines were feeding off each other. And I was going to bring something up to our viewers too. You were talking about you were watching my videos. So the other night, I'm watching Eric on another show on Hale Hasbro. I don't know what he wants to be called. Matthew Baldwin, Hale Hasbro Reviews. He's doing an interview with Eric. In the background of Eric, he has his TV on, and he's watching me. So here I am watching a guy who's watching me while I'm watching him. So it was like YouTubeception. It was weird. I thought that was so funny. It's like, oh, that's me.
Well, in the background now, I got Matthew on with his new Megatron.
Sorry, Matt. My screen doesn't work.
Yeah, I got the new Megatron review. I got to watch back there. But yeah, he's another one I'd shout out, Matt. I watch a lot of his stuff. I like his. I think one thing that I like about his is like he's from I think Arkansas or Mississippi or something like that. So I'm very cognizant of my accent. So when I first started doing this, like, God, you hear a lot of people say, I don't like Southern accents. But then you hear a lot of people say, I love your accent. So, like, doing videos, I was like, I don't know, people's going to want to hear me talk and stuff like that. So, and I started hearing his. I was like, well, his isn't worse than mine. It's similar. And he's got a lot of viewers and people like him. And, you know, so it made me, you know, feel like, yeah, all right, I can do this. So, another one is...
I used to get... Man, you sound like Hank Hill. You sound like that guy from King of the Hill. Are you from Texas? God damn it, Bobby, I'm from West Virginia. So yeah, I guess they expect more of a hillbilly slang since I'm from West Virginia, but, you know, I do what I can. All right, my man. Well, you have any more? We keep off course.
Yeah, it's cool. Ben's Collectibles is another one. He's English, I guess. He gets a lot of stuff ahead of time. I like his MGO. I watch that. There's one guy who I kind of like do mine sort of similar to, but I just like his demeanor, the way he does the videos is, I can't say it, but it's like Paugh or whatever. Pia?
That's how I say it. Like Pia.
Pia. Okay. All right, I'll start saying that.
I guess I could be wrong. Hell, I don't know.
That's kind of the way I like to do mine. He shows the figure, explains it, doesn't go into too much stuff because I'm not as knowledgeable as like other people, but he just shows you the way it is, and I feel like that's a good review.
Good deal. All right, final question. Do you have any channel goals for yourself, and where can my viewers find you? Plug yourself. This is all about you now.
All right, here we go. So I'd like to be at 500, but I'm at like 119 right now. So the goal is like 500 by the end of the year. I know I could probably maybe do more, but what I found out as I do more videos, as I contribute more, as I interact more, I'm getting more views and more interaction. So I've learned that part of it. My channel is Enewtabie, so it's capital E Enewtabie. I have an Instagram, which I put pictures and links. Well, not links, but like a picture of my thumbnail of my YouTube channel, and I have to look that up because I don't know what that Instagram channel name is. All right,
while you're looking at it, go ahead.
I got it. Yeah, it's E_Newton, NEWTON _collects. So that's Instagram. I've got like 470 some people following me on there. I don't care. 1,000 be nice. Here's a goal.
Well, just to let you know and my viewers know that I will put a link to your channel in the description of this video, and at the end during my flag waving outro, I'll have a link to one of your videos and your channel as well. So all right, I'm going to help you out.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, that is pretty much it with our SITREP. I want to thank you for coming on the show with me. Man, this is water, people. I swear, it's water. Cannot talk tonight. So that's it. Got anything else?
No, I appreciate the time, and you didn't have to do it, but it means a lot to me to get on the channel and talk about Transformers. I could do it every day pretty much, but I appreciate the opportunity to be on your channel and talk with you about it. Thanks.
Excellent. Well, I enjoy this too because there's nobody around here that I can talk to. Nobody into this that I know. So,
me either. Same thing.
This YouTube thing's been a great way to meet people, and somebody commented earlier how much they like me doing this because they get to meet people they subscribe to as well. You know, most everybody just knows you this little round image in the comments section. Man, I cannot talk tonight. Pull up my shot glass here.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, as you, I'm going to try this one more time. As usual, I want to thank everybody for taking the time and watching my video. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and give my man Eric some love as well. This is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hoo-ah! Hey, I really appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out some of my other videos that I've done on Generation 1 Transformers, Modern Era Transformers, and Toy Hacks Repro Label sets. Once again, this is Patriot Prime. Hoo-ah!